Frankie Lymon stated he first became addicted to heroin at the age of 15 when he was introduced to the drug by a woman twice his age. In the years that followed, he struggled to kick his drug habit and stay clean. He relapsed from a tenure of sobriety following the passing of his mother, Jeanette Lymon. His first wife, Elizabeth Waters, persuaded him to enter rehab in the early 1960s, and he appeared to be sober to Waters by the time of the birth of his one and only child, a daughter, in 1963. He was traumatically shaken when his daughter, Francine, had died shortly after birth. On June 21, 1966, Lymon was arrested on a heroin charge. That same year, Lymon entered rehab again at Manhattan General Hospital to make another attempt to combat his heroin addiction. Upon release, he made an appearance at a block party organized by Catholic nuns from a settlement house. To a crowd of around 2,000 teenagers, he claimed to have been born again, later being quoted as saying, "I'm not ashamed to let the public know I took the cure." As a consequence of his heroin charge, Frankie Lymon was drafted into the United States Army in December 1966. Lymon then reported to Fort Gordon, Georgia, for subsequent training. Lymon was eventually dishonorably discharged in 1967 after going AWOL on several instances to secure musical gigs in nearby Augusta, Georgia. Following his discharge, he returned to New York City with the intention of reviving his musical career. Before his death, he had been living at his grandmother's apartment on West 135th Street in Lymon's hometown neighborhood of Harlem, New York. On February 27, 1968, Lymon was scheduled for a recording session. However, he was discovered dead on the floor of his grandmother's bathroom with a syringe in proximity to his body. Lymon was just 25 years old. His death was later ruled to be the result of a heroin overdose. In the 1980s, a notorious legal battle ensued over the ownership of his estate and music royalties between Lymon's three wives, Elizabeth Waters, Zola Taylor, and Amira Eagle. The New York State Supreme Court ultimately ruled in favor of Eagle in 1989 after she appealed an initial ruling in favor of Waters. The court battle and Lymon's life were dramatized in the 1998 film Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Lymon is portrayed by American actor Lorenz Tate. Frankie Lymon is buried in St. Raymond's New Cemetery and Mausoleum in the Bronx, New York.